Hi, welcome to My Mom Needs a Twitch. And today I'm going to show you, that's what it's called. I'm going to show you how to make your NCAA basketball tournament bracket picks. So the first step is easy. You always choose Arizona to win it all. Always.
Wait, what?
That's what you do. So, go Wildcats, fill them in all the way across your bracket.
Okay.
Now, we're looking at Alabama and Texas A&M CC, which I don't know what they are. So we're going to go with Alabama because they're number one, and I don't like their mascot. I think Crimson Tide is weird, but anyway.
You don't like elephants?
That's like the Stanford tree. A Crimson Tide is not an elephant.
Well, that's true. Okay. All right.
So that doesn't make sense.
Okay, so Alabama.
Just like the Stanford Cardinal is not a tree. Ooh, what was the score?
53-26 ASU.
All right, ASU's winning. Good for them. Now we have Maryland versus West Virginia. I did some research so you wouldn't have to sit through my thought process, and the Mountaineers are West Virginia, and we used to have a Mercury Mountaineers, so we're choosing West Virginia. San Diego State versus Charleston. Charleston is a dance. I know this is the big dance. It's tempting, but San Diego State is close to Arizona. I used to have a tank top from there. I like San Diego, and they were in the Pac-10, weren't they?
No.
No? Well, anyway, they're in California, so we're going to take SDSU. Now we have Virginia versus Furman. I don't like Furman. We're going to have to go with Virginia. Who is Virginia? What is their?
Cavaliers.
Cavaliers, like horses.
Why don't you like Furman? No, like the guy on the horse.
Right, okay.
I don't think Cavaliers are horses.
Okay, but their mascot is a dude on a horse.
With a big feather in his hat, yeah.
Furman, I'm sorry, it reminds me of Mark Furman, so we're not taking that.
Mark Furman, okay. Yep. Good
I don't
call.
know anything about Creighton. I looked them up online, and their mascot is Billy Blue Jay. He looks okay. I wrote down NE, but I don't remember why. The North Carolina State is the Wolf Pack. I'm not a fan of North Carolina schools, but I looked at their information, and the Wolf Pack looked pretty nice, so I went with North Carolina State. Baylor versus UCSB. I don't know much about UCSB other than it was in California next door to Arizona, but I know that Baylor is the Bears and that they're supposed to be good, so I chose Baylor.
Okay.
Now, Missouri versus Utah State. This was a little difficult. So their mascot, Missouri's mascot, is Truman the Tiger, which is kind of a dumb name. Sorry. It's a president. Like, he's not a tiger.
Truman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I looked up Utah State, and I think they're in like the Pac-12 or the Pac-14 or whatever the Pac is now, or were they going to be in, or someone was going to go there. Anyway, I don't know, but I'm not going with Utah. Ryan once mentioned moving there, and so did Justin, so therefore Utah's yucky. So we're going to go with Missouri. Of course, Arizona and Princeton, we don't need to have a discussion there. It's Arizona. Purdue versus, have these guys finished their game yet? Texas Southern and FDU?
Yeah, Farley Dickinson. FD.
Farley Dickinson?
Yeah.
That sounds like something they made up.
Maybe it is.
We used to know someone who went to Purdue. We used to work with him in Tucson, and he gave Justin a cute little outfit when he was a baby that he used to wear.
Who's that?
Greg. And it was a little Boilermaker, whatever that is, so yeah. I picked Purdue. Plus they are ranked number one.
Yeah.
Now we had the Memphis Tigers and the FAU Owls. Was this the Florida? Yeah, that I never heard of. So I don't like the Florida schools. I don't like Miami. I don't like the Seminoles. I can tolerate the Gators.
Why is this with the Florida schools?
I just don't like them. I never have. Like, the Hurricanes used to be big jerks when we were in college.
Oh, okay.
Like,
yeah.
I just didn't
So
like
it's
their
not really a Florida thing. It's
No.
more. Just
Well, and it's humid
schools.
there, and they have big bugs and stuff, but
They have what?
big bugs.
And it's humid.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear what you said. I'm not making fun of you.
Okay.
Okay.
The Memphis Tigers. I really thought about them, but then I was like, owls are kind of overdone right now. All those commercials have owls on them. But then I thought more about it, and these poor guys, I mean, they're in Florida with the big bugs and the humidity and some weird weather stuff, and they have to deal with the hurricanes, like the Miami hurricanes, not the real ones. I mean, well, those two,
Well,
but
the real ones, yeah.
and and the Seminoles, and so I chose them as a sympathy vote for FAU.
Okay, and what commercials have owls in?
Like all of them. There's like a glasses company and some insurance company or something. They're like all commercials. They're
Okay.
all over the place.
All right, so you chose them because they're
I chose them over the Memphis Tigers, even though I generally like tigers.
more than owls.
Right. Was this the one where it had a real tiger?
Possibly. Yeah.
That might be why I asked them.
Okay.
One of them used to have a real tiger. I don't remember which one. I didn't write it down.
All right.
Duke and Oral Roberts. I hate Duke. I hate Duke. Because I went to Arizona. But Oral Roberts doesn't do anything for me, yes?
What did Duke do? Arizona?
They're icky.
But what does that have to
Christian
do?
Leitner and
Oh, I understand.
Bobby
that Duke part, but
Hurley.
You said because I went to Arizona.
So I don't like Duke. Although I did get into grad school there.
Okay, keep going.
Okay. So Oral Roberts.
So you're picking Oral Roberts.
No, I don't
Oh,
like
you're not
that.
picking Oral.
No, because it's a dude, and that's just weird. So I picked Duke, even though I don't like them.
So you picked Duke over a dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then we have Tennessee versus Louisiana. I don't like the state of Louisiana. It's hot. It's not my kind of a state. It's humid. There's alligators and scary things and swamps.
Yeah.
I knew someone whose brother went to Tennessee, and I know they have a nice girls basketball team, or they
Yep.
used to,
Yep.
and aren't they the Volunteers?
Yes.
So how could you not like someone called the
Volunteer,
Volunteers? Yep.
right.
So everyone should volunteer. So I picked Tennessee. We have Kentucky versus Providence. Oh, yeah, I looked up Providence. I didn't know who their mascot was. I know Kentucky's the Wildcats, which is, they're not the right Wildcats, but it's still good.
It's a Wildcat.
Providence is the Friars.
The Friars.
Who's afraid of a bunch of dudes in brown dresses running around?
Well, it could also be like for making French fries and stuff.
It's not how they spell it.
No, that's not it.
No. It's like Friar Tuck's
Ah, Friar. Okay.
Yeah, like
Friar
in
Tuck.
the forest
In
with...
Sherwood Forest.
Yes,
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood, thank you.
There.
Okay, so I didn't pick them. I went with Kentucky.
Not them.
Kansas State and Montana State.
I think this one is pretty self-explanatory.
Well, Montana State's in
Not-
Bozeman,
Yeah.
and the person I hate probably most in the world lives in Bozeman, so therefore we're not picking Montana State. Sorry guys, we're going with Kansas State.
Alrighty.
Michigan State and USC.
This
So-
has got to be a tough one, I think, for you.
Okay, so no, because
Oh, no.
if it was Michigan, then it would have been tough. My
Okay.
dad was a Michigan guy.
Yeah.
He is a Michigan guy.
Yeah.
USC is the Pac-10, Pac-12, Pac-6, whatever it is today. I don't know, but I always pick them in at least one round, usually two, because you have to support your
The
pack.
back. Oh. Mm-hmm.
So I went with USC over Michigan State. I mean, they're the Spartans. It's not like it's the Wolverines.
Right.
Okay. Marquette and Vermont. Well, Marquette is in Wisconsin, so you have to support them.
Okay.
Sorry, Vermont. I mean, I love pancakes and all, but... Okay, so we have... What?
Nothing.
They make maple syrup.
Yeah. Oh.
And waffles. With strawberries.
They make waffles in Vermont?
No, waffles use syrup.
Well, they use it. I thought you said they make maple
No, I just...
syrup.
Now I
and
want
you
some
said add
waffles.
waffles.
Yeah, with strawberries on top. Okay, we're digressing.
No.
Houston versus Northern Kentucky. I know
All right.
nothing about Northern
Moving to
Kentucky.
the right side of the bracket.
Right. I didn't end up looking up anything about Northern Kentucky. I went with number one. It's Houston. It's number one. I felt that
Sure.
that one should be easy.
Yeah.
If not, then I apologize.
Number one's don't often lose.
Right.
Once maybe.
Iowa. Iowa is the
Hawkeyes.
Hawkeyes. Oh, yes. I looked them up. I thought, okay, I like Hawks, but I don't understand the Hawkeye. Why is it just the eye? Why is it not the whole bird? Why are they not the Hawks? So I looked at it, and the logo is weird looking. Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah. What
Yeah.
about... Okay, go finish.
I didn't like it.
Okay. What about MASH? You like MASH?
I like MASH. I mean, that is good. And I did know a dog named Hawkeye once, but he was a jerk, so
that's okay.
he raped Brandy and
Hey, this
bad
is a
things
family
happened.
show.
So he ate my carpet and dug up my tree. So so we're not going with Iowa. Sorry,
Iowa.
Iowa.
With the Tigers.
So we're going with Auburn.
Charles Barkley.
Right, Charles Barkley used to be his son. They're in Alabama apparently, which I didn't realize. I don't know anything about them.
They are, yes.
And I'm not a great fan of Alabama because it's hot and humid and all that stuff. But Charles Barkley, okay.
Sounds like a trend here.
Yeah.
The Southeast.
Yeah, it's not my place.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have Miami versus Drake. Well,
Love the Drake.
Love the Drake. Love Seinfeld. I looked them up. They had a nice font. I don't know if you've looked at their font. Font?
No, I haven't looked at their font.
Look at the font. It's very nice. Their mascot is the Bulldogs, which who doesn't like dogs, right? You got to go with the dogs. And it's against the frickin' Miami Hurricanes, who I hate already. They're yuck. So, I mean, that was fairly easy. The Drake is winning over Miami.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
So,
Indiana versus Kent State, yes?
Come a couple days from now, you might be hating the Drake.
I might be hating the Drake, but, you know, Arizona's going to win it all, and that, so that will pull me through the whole bracket.
Gotcha.
All right, so we have Indiana and Kent State. I don't
Kent
like
State.
Indiana. I never will because I hated Bobby Knight. He's a bad man, and so I can never cheer for them. Sorry, and I'm sorry, losers. But Kent State, that's a weird name. It's a dude. I don't get it. I don't understand why that's their name. Their mascot is weird. They're the Golden Flashes. That's weird. But it doesn't say Golden Flashers, so I went with Kent State.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And remember the kid with the nosebleed? Who was here at Justin's party? His dad's name was Kent. No, I don't know him, but
that's true.
I know that's his name, so maybe that's a sign.
Jake, okay.
Okay, so Iowa State versus Pittsburgh. Iowa State is the Cyclones.
Right.
I'm afraid of Cyclones. I would be afraid of them.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, I don't know anything about them.
Do you know what their mascot is?
No, I didn't look that one up. I don't.
Do you have a guess?
Well, the Pirates are baseball.
Pirates are baseball. Yes, that's correct.
Pittsburgh Penguins are hockey.
Penguins are hockey. Good job.
I don't know.
Football is?
I don't know.
Steelers.
Oh, Steelers. Yeah. That's like Bob Greasy or somebody.
Bob Greasy was
Greasy.
Miami Dolphins.
Okay, that's somebody. Steelers or somebody. Roger Staubach? No.
Cowboys?
Someone was the Steelers. Is he an announcer?
Yes.
It's not Boomer.
No. He was Cincinnati in New York.
Oh yeah, the Bengals. I don't know. Terry Bradshaw. Okay, I'm not a big fan.
Okay.
He seems to be everywhere and he's giving away money, but I don't miss that.
Really
So, so who is
Panthers?
Ooh. Now see, I should have known that before.
I think that's correct.
I was a Panther in 5th grade through 8th grade. I think I was at one school that whole time, and we were the Panthers. But I'm going to go with the Cyclones because that's a scary mascot. Cyclones are scary, and I think that's the right call.
And you're going with which one?
Iowa State.
Okay.
Xavier versus Kennesaw State. I don't know where that is. I didn't bother looking it up because my parents' friends are big into Xavier basketball. The whole Sean Miller thing and all that.
Oh, Sean Miller's a bad man.
Yeah, I know. I think they all are, though. I think they're all doing things they shouldn't. But anyway, so I had to pick Xavier because my parents will pick Xavier and their friends will pick Xavier. And they sent the boys shirts and stuff when they were little. And so, Yep. Mm-hmm.
Big excellent. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Excellent.
We have Texas A&M versus Penn State. Okay, this was hard. Texas A&M is the Aggies.
Right.
And that seems fine. And we had the AGR fraternity at school, and they were nice. They were agricultural guys. And
AG, that's what Aggie stands for, is agricultural?
Well, something like that, yeah.
Did you look it up, or you just assuming?
I'm just assuming. It's Texas. Isn't that not the Longhorn one, but the other one? I don't
Texas
know.
Longhorns,
I can't look it up because I'm using my phone. So.
I understand. I thought you did before.
I didn't look that one up. Okay. I went back and forth. Penn State, Izzy's dad went to Penn State. So then I felt like maybe I should pick Penn
Oh,
State.
yeah.
But then I looked at their mascot information and the whole Nittany Lion thing.
Yeah.
And it says that there's a mountain overlooking the school called Nittany Mountain or something, and that's why they're the Nittany Lions. So it's not like there is a Nittany Lion.
Okay.
Because I was like, what's a Nittany Lion? And when I looked it up, it's like, whoa, they're called that because this mountain is here. So they're kind of making up their mascot. They should just be the Lions. So then I got mad at them, and so I went with Texas A&M.
Okay.
Now we had Texas versus Colgate.
Another
This was
Texas school.
also hard for me.
Why?
Well, okay, and I know Texas is the Longhorns, and the boys used to have a shirt from Texas Longhorns, and
Right.
Colton
and-
Coy.
And
Colton Coy went
That's
there.
Justin
Okay,
Sky.
Justin Sky. And remember, Ryan was on a t-ball team or a little league team that was Texas Orange.
Right.
So I was like, and then I usually pick Colgate
Why?
to win one game because I use Colgate toothpaste and I like to brush my teeth. So I always pick them to win one, but it usually doesn't work out well for me. So today I went across against my usual plan and I went with Texas because I looked it up and it's in Austin.
It is an
And I
Austin.
like that song, Austin by whoever.
By Blake Shelton?
Yes, sure.
You like the song?
Some
Okay.
country guy. Okay.
And we know people who have a kid named Austin.
That's right. We have friends with a kid named Austin. Yes.
Right.
So there you go. So that's for you, Allison. So I picked
And Ken.
Texas. Well, and Ken, you know.
What?
Okay, Allison and Ken.
Wow.
So
hope
I
they're
went
not
with
gonna watch
Texas.
this. Oh,
Now
Ken's
we
not
have
gonna watch.
Kansas versus Howard. Kansas is number 1. Jayhawks, I'm really not sure that's a real bird either. And Howard is a town by Green Bay. And we used to have like mystery shops there when I worked at MarketWise. However, this is a number 1 seed, and so I had to go with the number 1. So I went with Kansas.
All right.
Illinois, Arkansas. This was pretty easy. I mean, I don't care either way about Illinois. The Fighting Illini. I don't know. It's a bunch of I's, but Arkansas I
And
hate.
L's.
I hate Arkansas. I just do. I don't
Why?
like it. I just don't like it. It could be the hot thing.
Could be
I don't know.
humid and southeast
Yeah.
and alligators.
Alligators and stuff. So we went with Illinois, and it's right there next to us. So
True.
it seemed like the right thing to do.
Okay.
St. Mary's versus Virginia Commonwealth. I have a star next to this. I need to make a decision. So St. Mary's is in Danville, and my college roommate, my sophomore year, was from Danville. Or it's near Danville. It was near Danville and Walnut Creek, and
Yeah.
that's where she was from. And I
Yeah.
think she lives over there somewhere now.
Okay.
So I was like, well, okay, that's a plus. And then the guy that founded it was somebody de La Salle, and we had a faculty fellow in our dorm,
Is that
Dr.
French?
LaSalle. Yeah, for cheese. We had a
Not
faculty.
for cheese.
We had a faculty fellow named Dr. LaSalle, and he was a super nice guy. Really loved him. So then I thought, ooh, that was good. Their colors are red and blue, which of course is good. But then we got to the mascot. It's another Gale mascot,
Yeah, the Gales.
and that doesn't do much for me. So
Okay.
then I looked at Virginia Commonwealth. I looked them up. Their mascot is Rodney the Ram, which is also kind of a stupid name.
Ram, yep.
But it was a very pretty campus. That's the one where I looked on my phone and I said, oh, it's pretty.
Oh, yeah.
So right now I went with Virginia Commonwealth, but I have a star next to it. So I have to, how long do I have to figure this out? Like a couple hours?
Well, yeah, tonight.
Okay.
You start tomorrow. That was fun.
TCU and ASU/Nevada. I couldn't pick that one yet because I need to wait and see if Arizona State's going to
Are you
win.
gonna pick UConn, Iona, or are you gonna skip them?
Oh, sorry, I didn't know I skipped them. Oh yeah, UConn and Iona. Oh yeah, I had to look up Iona. I never heard of it. It's in New York.
It's in New York.
It's kind of an odd name, so I went with UConn. Plus, you hear of UConn, and it's kind of cute, UConn. I mean, it has its own little name. It's not like the Ohio State where it's annoying.
Right.
I would never pick them. TCU, so I'm waiting to see if ASU wins. If ASU wins, I will pick them.
ASU would have to.
They're
have
up by
historic
22
class.
with 14 minutes
Well,
left here.
they'd have to go home maybe, but I can't commit to that
Got
until they're in.
Got it. But if
Gonzaga-
ASU wins, you're gonna pick them. If Nevada wins, you're gonna pick.
If
TCU?
Nevada wins, then I'll have to think about it.
Oh.
I'll have to do some investigating because I like Nevada. You know, I had relatives that live there. I love to go to Nevada.
Ooh, yeah.
So we'll have to see. Justin's in. So hi, puppy. So we'll have to see what happens there. Gonzaga versus Grand Canyon. I picked Gonzaga way back in the day before anyone else ever picked them when they did really well that year. But they are playing Grand Canyon, which is in Arizona. And I met some guys from Grand Canyon when I was in college. So I was like, ooh, like for them to be there, I think that's pretty impressive. But I can't go against the Gonzaga.
Got it.
Grand Canyon won the NCC. That's how they got in.
Yeah.
The
Oh, yeah, I read
Zogs.
about it. It
The
was talking
Zogs.
about, it was talking about how it would be a movie. It was a movie ending for them to win that.
The NCC?
Yeah.
The Nobody Cares Conference?
Well, I don't know. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
That's not what it's called. Okay. Anyway, I went with Gonzaga. Northwestern. I don't know much about Northwestern. I know they're supposed to have a good business school. They're kind of snobby in Chicago, I think.
That's where Mike Wilbon went.
Really? Okay, then no. Boise State. Okay, so their mascot's a horse. That's always nice. They have nice colors. The orange and blue is pretty. When Justin was younger, he had a hoodie from Boise State that he liked to wear.
Yeah.
And I think Ryan has it now, so I went with Boise State.
Okay.
And then UCLA versus UNC, I assume that's Asheville.
Yeah.
That's easy. Pac-10, Pac-12, Pac-7, whatever it is today, you got to go with UCLA. So even though I don't care for them as a team in football, in basketball, I think that you must always pick them at least one round, and I usually pick them at least two.
Sure. Okay.
So that is how
That's the
I
first round.
did my first round.
Nice.
And now I have to just look at my second round and decide how I want to follow up on this, but I'll have to see what happens here with ASU.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
Great reasons and research as always, so nicely done.
Thank you. Justin, any questions? You already did your work pool, so you don't need my help?
I am disappointed that I took Colgate in my work pool and you don't even have them going past the first round.
I really thought about it, but I like that song, Austin.
Yeah.
That's great. There's probably songs called Northwestern too, but
No, I don't think so.
alright.
I always take Colgate in one round, and it usually bites me in the butt, so I'm trying something different this year.
Okay.
Okay, you can gloat. You can taunt. You can talk smack if Colgate beats Austin.
Beats number 2 Texas.
Beats Texas, yeah. It could happen. Someone's got to lose. Someone's got to win. Anything can happen in basketball.
They just have to cover the spread. They don't even have to win.
Okay,
Justin.
because you have a spread thing at work that's weird. Did you do your regular?
That's
The
what I have.
Axel's Follies
Yeah, that's what
okay.
I have. This is my whole bracket.
family pool. Okay, so thanks for watching as always, and good luck with your picks.